welcome back to my channel. I'm Maggie. Today we've got an Empties video. It's a rainy Sunday mid-morning, so feeling all the cozy vibes. Let's talk about my Empties. I've been collecting these for the past 2-ish months or so, and I'm ready to talk about them. So I do have them in categories today. I'm going to start with makeup. I have my favorite primer of all time. This is the Fenty Beauty True Matte Pro Filter Primer. I absolutely love this and highly recommend it if you have oily skin, but you don't like silicone primers. I'm in that very kind of like specific category. A lot of kind of matte or oil control primers have this silicone slip to them, and it just, I don't like it. I don't feel like it really helps me. I feel like it clogs my pores. This is not that type of texture. After I discovered this, I have repurchased nonstop. It does come in a travel size as well, like a little mini. So if you want to try it out, you could do that before committing to the full size. But this is a product I repurchased at the Sephora VIP sale. I bought 2 full size and 1 travel size during that sale. So that should get me through, you know, to the fall sale. But yeah, really, really love this. Highly recommend. Will continue to repurchase. Another Fenty product I have is the Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. It has this really pretty white compact. I use the shade 120 and it is, you know, all gone, but a really cool kind of pan design. I feel like I had to crumble it up at the end to get every last bit. It was really holding on to all these corners of the pan. So I just kind of like smashed it down and then used it as a loose powder the last time or two that I used it. And I feel like because this isn't a true round pan, like we've got these different corners, I think it holds the powder in better. So anyway, I have repurchased this. The powder foundation went on like clearance and sale and everything at Sephora and even on the Fenty website. So I really hope that it's just like a packaging change or maybe even a quick reformulation. I hope it's not being discontinued all the way, but I did purchase like 3 of these when they were on the sale on the Fenty website because this is my new favorite powder foundation. So I definitely will have this shade match for me for most of winter, which is primarily the season where I live. It probably won't match me in summer, but that's okay. I can use something else. I also have a mascara. This is my favorite mascara, the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. I switch these out quarterly. I just really like it. For me, it works well. It has a natural, see, mine's pretty clumpy here, a natural bristle wand with a slight hourglass shape. It's not like too extreme, but I really like how I can kind of like get in there and give some volume to my lashes. So I have repurchased and I typically will buy these when they're on sale, like 2 or 3, knowing that I switch it quarterly. I go through 4 of these a year. And the last makeup product I have is a lipstick from e.l.f. This is the Hydrating Core Shine lipstick. I have the shade Joyful. I finished up the shade Happy, which is a little bit more neutral, but even though the packaging looks like this kind of more bright corally shade, it's pretty sheer on the lips, but I really like this formula. And I did finish it up in my project pan. So this is officially done, which is great to get another lipstick out of my collection. So those are the makeup products I have. I do have a couple of stationery items. I know some of you enjoy talking about stationery. So real quick, I've got 2 pens here. These are both the Pilot G207s. And I got a friend of mine, you know, in a little care package sent a package of pens, and these were included. So I did finish these 2 up. I've got this like teal color and this dark green color. So that's good. And then I also finished up my whiteout tape. So that was satisfying. I didn't realize it was getting so low, so I did repurchase. These are not my favorite pens. I like them enough to use them, obviously, but my favorite pen is the Papermate Inkjoy Gel 0.7. They look like this. But I finished those up, so that's exciting. Back to beauty. Let's talk some skincare. So I have a few different items. First, let's start with these. This came in a set from Trader Joe's. It's 2 different creams. And then these really pretty glass packaging. However, both of the caps, they look like they're wooden, but they're not. They split on me. So I don't know if I can show you this, but like there's cracks here. So it was kind of difficult to get it to screw down all the way when the packaging kept cracking, and it happened on both of them. So I guess I was maybe just like twisting it on too tight, and then it cracked, and then that was that. So I used them both up. This one is the day cream. This one is the night cream. I used them both at night. I prefer a moisturizer at night that doesn't have any extra, you know, ingredients. I just want a moisturizer. I use my serums has like those active ingredients. The day cream was definitely lighter than the night cream, so I used this night cream one. This one was more of like a kind of buttery, thicker, and this was like a typical cream. But I use these both at night. This one I use in the dead of winter, like end of January, February timeframe. And then this one I had started and put away and pulled back out for the rest of kind of like that winter season. So finish both of these up. I may repurchase, like if I needed moisturizer and I happen to be at Trader Joe's, maybe, but I don't have a Trader Joe's near me, so I'm not going to be like running back out. But these were nice. I think also this could be a cute gift. They come in like a nice package stacked like this. So, you know, it's cute. It worked. You know, wouldn't say it was like a holy grail, but it was good. I also have a CeraVe Ultralight Moisturizing Lotion SPF 30. This is the SPF I use in winter. In the summer and warmer months, I like a fluid, but for wintertime, I do like a more lotion, and this is the one I like. So I used this up. It was great. I like that it was a pump squeezy tube combo. Okay, I had to clear up some memory. I was saying that this was a nice formula. I like that I could get everything out of here with this packaging. So would repurchase this for sure. I'm just gonna wait until the fall when I am ready for, you know, something a little bit more moisturizing for the morning time. I also finished up a lip balm. This is the EOS ones. I just buy like a 4-pack of these once a year and kind of gets me through. This was the Guava Berry Punch. It was fine. I like these lip balms. They are easy enough for me. I typically have like 3 or 4 of them scattered throughout my house at any given time. So I've got one here at my desk. I've got one at my skincare section, like in my bathroom. I've got one in my downstairs. So I just have a few of these around, and I like them. I like that they're different colors. It's kind of fun, but they work for me. So I just keep repurchasing. This is not empty, but it's a declutter. This is the Naturium Multi-Bright Transexamate, I don't even know, acids treatment 5%. This is supposed to kind of brighten your skin. I do have a dark spot on my cheek that I was trying to target with this, and I've been using it for 6 months and I really haven't seen any changes. So I'm going to declutter this one. I don't really need this all over my face necessarily, and I don't feel like this was really doing anything for me. And it might be that like for the spot that I have, I need, you know, maybe like more serious treatment to cover, but you know, I just, again, don't really feel like this is doing anything for me, and I don't really want to keep using it as an extra step in my skincare. So I'm going to declutter this one. This is the first Naturium product that hasn't really worked for me. Everything else I've really enjoyed. I've got a mask here. This is the Herbivore Blue Tansy. This is one of my favorite masks. It is kind of pricey. I think it's about $50. I buy it from the Sephora VIB sale. It is so good though. So it's kind of like this like jelly kind of slimy texture, which sounds gross, but it actually means it's really thin and kind of cooling to apply. So this will last, my husband and I, we both really like it. This will last us like a good 6 months. If it was just me using it, it would last me about a year. So because my husband also uses it, we go through it faster, but I'm okay with that. It has BHAs and AHAs, so it's a light exfoliating type treatment. They call it a clarity mask. I do feel like it helps with any sort of like flare-ups of acne or just any sort of like congestion on my skin. I feel like it helps with, and it also kind of helps calm down any redness too. So I really like this, have repurchased, will continue to repurchase. This is like a staple in our household. And then I also have a hydrogel mask to show you. I've actually been using a couple of these. So I got a Peach and Lily sheet mask, which I threw away the packaging, but I also finished one of those up, which was very nice, and I really enjoyed it. And then I was looking through, and I have some of these hydrogel sheet masks, which are also like a 2-piece face mask. So you have like a top piece and then a bottom, which I really like. So we actually used 2 of these, one for me, one for my husband. My husband has facial hair, so he just used the top half, which was great. And for me, I used the full thing. These were nice. You know, I don't feel like they're going to do like crazy things with the one use, but I do feel like if you use this maybe weekly or something like that, you would see some benefits with the hydration. I used it on my skin after my skin was just feeling really dry, and I'm actually just back from Las Vegas, which is obviously in a desert. And so I think I'm going to be doing a sheet mask here this week too, to just really let my skin reabsorb because it's been a lot drier than normal. So really like this. Will repurchase this brand. The OK is relatively inexpensive for a hydrogel mask. It's about $5. I can get them at Ulta or Target typically. So will repurchase, probably won't use like every day, but do like to have those. And then the other thing, I didn't really know what category to put this in, but this is something I got off of Amazon. It's a steam eye mask. I got a pack, I think it's like a box of 10 of them. And I just want to show you these. So you rip it open, and then the air activates the mask. It's just like an eye mask, you know, and it's got these little loops for your ears so you can, you know, tuck it on. So it looks like that. And it warms up and it feels so good. If you are someone that struggles with headaches, or maybe you've been like crying a lot and your eyes are just really swollen and sore, or I think even if you have like allergies, anything like that, this was so nice. So I wanted to mention it. Like I said, I got a pack of 10. I think you can also get like bigger boxes. I picked the unscented, but there is also like lavender and I think maybe 2 other scents available on Amazon. These are so good. And my husband was also having some like kind of sinusy stuff going on. So I opened one up for him and put it on his eyes, and it just really helps kind of calm down that area. So really recommend. I almost consider this more of like a first aid type thing than like beauty, but yeah, really, really want to mention that because that is a game changer. Okay, let's move into some body care next, and then we'll do hair and nails and wrap up. So I've got a hand wash. This is the Bath & Body Works Fresh Sparkling Snow. I had this one at my sink. I bought a bunch of hand soaps from Bath & Body Works in the fall when they were like $1 or $2 each. So I'm stocked on hand soaps. My husband doesn't really prefer the like scented hand soaps, so I do also have some like plain soap around for him, but I'm the one using the fun one. So this was at my sink where I like do my skincare and all that every day. So I'm using it at least twice a day for my skincare, plus whenever I use that restroom. So yeah, this was good. I used it for winter time. It was fun. I like the pretty blue packaging, and you know, nothing really too much to say. It says it was icy melon, holiday pear, and falling snow. It was just kind of like a fruity winter scent to me. Next, I have a body scrub from my shower. This is the Tree Hut Moroccan Rose shower scrub. I really love these. They are my favorite scrubs. I continue to repurchase, and I just pick up whatever scent sounds good. I know that they release kind of seasonal scents too that are special. I believe though that the Moroccan Rose is one of their like regular scents that's always available. So this was nice. It does the job. It exfoliates. I really enjoy it, so I will keep repurchasing those. And then I have a hand cream. This is from Beloved. It's the Coconut and Warm Vanilla Hand Cream. I got this at Target. I really like this particular scent. I have used other scents from this brand before, but this one is just very kind of like neutral. My husband will use it. If it's like too fruity, he won't use it. So I usually keep this scent, the Coconut and Warm Vanilla, in my bag, because he gets dry skin and he sometimes asks for lotion too. But I really like these. I would repurchase. I used to have a big stash of them, kind of working through it, and other hand creams, but this is a good one to keep in your bag or like on the go because it doesn't leave you greasy afterwards. And I appreciate both, like a greasier hand cream and a non-greasy one for different times, like, you know, greasy at night type thing. But this is great for on the go because it does moisturize, it does feel good, it smells neutral, but it's not going to be like greasy or leave residue or anything like that. So really like that. And then we also finished up a Jergens Natural Glow Gradual Tan Lotion. My husband and I both use this. We, about this time of year, start to feel really freaking pale. So we'll start to use it on our arms and legs. We were just in Vegas. And so before that, I used a little bit of this on my arms and legs because I knew I was going to be wearing shorts and t-shirts and stuff like that and didn't want to blind people with my paleness. But this works for us. We really like it. We get the fair to medium skin tone because we are, you know, fair complexion. But this is great. We use this pretty regularly. I do have a couple of hair products. I finished up a hair mask, which is very exciting. This one's from Way. It's the fine to medium hair. I got this in a box like 2 years ago, I think. I bought like a, you know, beauty box or whatever, FabFitFun. I don't remember which one. And this came in it because I normally wouldn't have bought this for myself. And I liked it fine. I do have fine hair. So it was nice that this was a match for my hair type. However, I feel like drugstore hair masks work just as fine. I have a nice one from L'Oreal, and I have one from Trader Joe's that I really like. Like, I don't feel like I need to pay extra money for a hair mask. I feel like drugstore works just fine for me. So this was nice. Wouldn't repurchase it. Wouldn't even like consider it. And then I also finished up a little travel size hairspray. This is the Tresemme Extra Firm Control. I am really not a big hairspray person, to be honest. I have been falling more in love with texture sprays, which have an element of hairspray in it. Like they're a little tacky and sticky, but it's kind of like a hairspray plus a dry shampoo, and I absolutely love them. So I just finished this up. This lasted me forever because, again, I don't use a lot of hairspray. So I did finally finish it up, and probably wouldn't repurchase this one just because I do now have a travel size volume spray that I like better. So that was fine. Finally have it out of my life. And the last thing to talk about is nails. I've been into the Ahura nails again lately this spring. So I have 3 boxes here that I've finished. Typically, a box will last me for 2 manicures, and you do need to cure these with a lamp and everything. So they're like these gel stickers. I can show you an example. They come in this little box. They have everything you need in here. There's like a nail file. There's like a stick. And there's also alcohol pads. So they have stickers. Obviously, I've used quite a bit of these, but you just peel off the sticker. You can kind of stretch them a little bit. You put it on your nail. I then clip while it's still kind of flexible, and then I cure it, and then I file from there. They do last. You do have to do very good nail prep, like wash your hands thoroughly with like bar soap almost, and then the alcohol wipe and all of that. Like I find that they can last for about 10 days for me, but I have to put a lot of time into the prep. So I like them as an option. I have repurchased more sets. I think I'm going to use them quite a bit this summer just because I'm in and out of the lake, and the lake just eats my nail polish. So even if I only get them to last a week and then I redo my manicure every week, it's still worth it because when I'm in and out of the lake, my nail polish lasts like a day. So I think I'm going to keep with these. I finished up kind of this mauve color, this green, and then the classic red. I currently have normal like salon gel on my nails. And I probably will for a little bit longer because we're traveling, and these honestly just don't last as long for travel. Like I can make it work, but it's a lot of work. So anyway, I finish these. I'll just keep working through what I have. I probably won't buy any more, but what I have should last me quite a while. So those were all the things I finished up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I hope you're doing really well, and I will see you soon in my next video.